Hello everyone and welcome to the Back to Front 5-lap challenge Christmas special. Let's have a reminder of where we were. After Monaco, we were 21 points behind Nico Rosberg. After he had a shocking race, I think scoring his points. In the constructors, well, as Mercedes, we're dominating. So, let's move on to Canada and find out what happened. And we're going Canada, and for once we don't actually get a very bad start, we actually get a very decent one as we go down the inside of the Mauritius, and actually we dive bomb half the field as we go through into turn 2. Outside of Verne, we seem to have problems with him as we hit him, as we head down towards turn 3 and 4, getting past Perez. We've got nearly half the field already. As we route round to, shall we call this a Sebastian Vettel corner, dive bombing people again, because we have a very fast Mercedes underneath us. And we're already into the point, just scoring 4 points. We get leaves shoved up into our face thanks to Alonso's Ferrari, his last ever Ferrari. We're down to one of the many chicanes. And we're already behind Sebastian Vettel. And we're looking very good in this first lap. In fact, I remember at the time we were doing very well, and it's like, geez, we could actually win this as we dive from Rackman into the hairpin. And we have poor traction out of it, but what we have is a Mercedes engine and a Mercedes car, so we easily breeze by him, even on standard fuel, and we end up being P5 as we come towards the last chicane and the Champions Wall. Now it's executed as the Williams and Ricciardo are squabbling against each other. And we're going to get them down the main straight, down towards turn 1, and we are into second place. Are we? Yes, we are. Fantastic. And now we're going to read the action on a bit, because not a lot happened for the next 2 laps until we've got onto the back of Rosberg. After saying purple lap after purple lap, which was quite good, but we now read on the action where we have a bit of excitement, and right underneath his rear wing, and we're easily going to have DRS down the back straight and the main straight. And we're easily catching him even down to the hairpin. We think of having a look, we realise that's not realistic. And now we exit the hairpin, we get very poor traction, and we had a poor line as well, so that didn't help us. But we will have DRS down the straight, and which fuel mix as we now activate the DRS. Again, glitching a bit in the background, but we're going over 250 miles an hour, 220, very good. As we go through the last chicane, nicely done. Bit of corner cutting now, I would imagine, but again, didn't pick on it, and we were into the lead at that point.
Fantastic stuff, really well done, that's first.
And Jeff was quite happy about that as well, so can't complain about that. In fact, the last lap was quite dull. So we're going to simply cut to the end where we clear our second win of the season. Absolutely fantastic.
What a day for Lewis Hamilton. It's another race win for the British driver. Paddy Lowe described it as one of his best drives in a Mercedes. He'll be hoping to produce more of the same next time around.
Which will be in Austria, which I will show you in a second. That was quite a good race in Canada. Canada is one of my favourite tracks, so if I wasn't going to win at Canada, where would I win? As we look down towards the order and see if there's any big surprises. There wasn't. So we're now only 14 points behind Rosberg in the championship. That's 2 wins worth of points, and if we win them, we'll be in front, because at least we'll have the count back on Rosberg if he comes second in the next 2 races. Anyway, it's time for Austria, and let's see what happened there.
Extremely disappointing qualifying session there for Lewis Hamilton, unable to make it into Q2. Welcome one and all to Spielberg for today's race, the Austrian Grand Prix. The circuit is run by Red Bull. One might think this will give them an advantage. Only time will tell. Here are the starting positions for today's race.
Thank you, Jeff. As we are going Austria, and well, we get a very bad start, which was very disappointing, but we're in the slipstream of the entire field as we dive bomb everyone into the Castrol Edge corner, and already up to 15th, 7 places in one turn. We'll take that. Head down the long straight up to the Remus curve, getting a nice slipstream off Maldonado, and we get past 200 miles an hour, and we dive bomb the field into the Remus curve. And we're already up to 11th, 10th. We were briefly in 10th there. Here's Jensen, but we have now passed him as we head down towards the Sosgold beer curve. Is that how you say it? Oh no, Sosgold means beer gold. Anyway, not beer gold, Castle Gold. As we pass Manx into the Castle Gold beer corner, so we'll go through that. As we go through the Roch corner, the German isn't bad, isn't good, should I say. So we go through the Lauder curve. I would still call it the Lauder curve. Helmut Marko, if you are watching and listening, as we're in the slipstream of Perez, as we go to the Jochen Richt curve. F1's Oleg Promosterous World Champion, as we do him proud. And as we go through the Red Bull Mobile corner and onto the men's straight, it's a very short lap in Austria, less than 70 seconds when these cars were on full chat. So we've done well to gain 14 positions on lap 1 on such a short track as we cut the Castrol Edge curve. As we head down towards the Remus curve, going at 190 miles an hour, hoping to get anywhere near Ricciardo. We have a good braking zone there. Mine's just failing me. Anyways, we go down towards the Castle Gold beer curve, as we should call it for ease of my English. And we use Merc Power against Ricciardo, and that's nice and easy, although we end up nearly dive bombing Bottas in the back, which wouldn't have been good. Anyway, as we go down towards the Roch curve, everything all going down well. As that fact, we've only gained 1 position on this lap, but we will gloss over that as we go through the Lauder curve. And now as we now head down towards the Jochen Rindt curve. Now I believe this is where I have a collision with Bottas, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I tag him in the left rear, somehow that doesn't puncture him and I don't get a broken front wing. I got a warning, but this game is broken. That should have easily broken my wing. That should have easily punctured his tyre.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
Thank you, Jeff. And we're now going to have a cutscene because not a lot happened until the next lap where we do actually use DRS. And there's a huge train as we go down to the Remus curve with Bottas, Vettel, Alonso and Raikkonen all in one go. The Mercedes power really showing and they held each other up. We even hit Vettel in the back. We try and go through the middle as we go into the Remus curve. We exceed track limits to pass Raikkonen. Yes, we get a warning for that. Then we use DRS against Vettel. He himself has DRS, but our Mercedes power is kicking in absolutely nicely. It's going to the Castle Gold beer curve. It's much easier. Did we do that illegally? No, we didn't.
You made it look easy.
Thank you. All that happens, we're just going to cut to the finish and take third behind Rosberg and Massa.
Mercedes came out on top today with Nico Rosberg bringing home the car in first place to add another 25 points to his championship total.
Unfortunately, we only had 15 stars, so now 24 points behind in the championship as we scroll down and see how everybody else is doing. We've still only 14 points to go to Max X and Radley being one of them. And I think we're now going to look at the constructors. Oh, yes, we are. Mercedes dominating 73 points, but with the double points at the end of the year, Williams and Red Bull will still be in the hunt to maintain this gap. Anyway, it's time for the British Grand Prix.
That's a very poor session for Lewis Hamilton, who we were sure would have no problems getting out of Q1. Hello and welcome to the British Grand Prix here at Silverstone. The grandstands are packed, the cars have made their way to the grid, and we're minutes away from lights out. As we're now only moments away from the off, let's take a look at the grid order in which they'll start today's race.
And we go at home at Silverstone, and we get a shocking start as per usual. Never mind, as we head down towards Abbey, unable to do the big dive bomb because Abbey's sweep curve, as we now go through Farm into Village. Village is a good place for dive bomb as we get past Ericsson and Grosjean. Either make Kvyat move out of the way as we head down towards the lead, going run outside Maldonado, like he wasn't standing. Then again, it's Maldonado, as we now take Vernon outside of Entries. We go down the Welton Straight with Button and Hulkenberg squabbling against each other, getting a good slipstream and taking both of them into Brooklands. This is a very good start. Already into the points at home as we go through Lovefield, desperately trying to get past Perez, and we get a good exit, and we have the inside through Woodcut as we go into the National Straight. But Perez clearly has less downforce as he deploys his Merc power against ours, and we win it as we go through Cops and now into the Max and Beckett section. This first me as we take out Magnussen, do we? Yes, we do! Last payment for Australia! However, I get the penalty again. You explain that one. Anyway, we've exited Chapel as we go down through the Hannah Straight. Bro, I don't know what I'm on about anymore. I know one thing though, we're going through Stowe. And we've got a very nice pointer front end, which is good through these corners. As we go into the club section, forcing Raikkonen out of the way, as we already had passed Massa. Ignore the drills in the background, but there's nothing we can do about that. As we go through the main straight.
You're 5 places behind Nico.
6 take 5 is in the lead then. As we hit Alonso in Abbey, and we stagger through Farm, and we dive bomb into Village. Nicely taken. Just the Red Bulls, Bottas and Rosberg to go. And then obviously the penalty as well, as we get a big parallel stay out the leap as we go through Entry and now onto the Welton Straight. Not a lot happening, but we're quickly closing in on the Bulls. We're held up by a very quick and aligned Bottas. As we go through Lovefield, skulking, wanting past Ricciardo, and we're now into his slipstream, and we've got Mercedes Park as we head through Woodcote onto the National Straight, the old pitch straight, many memories. And now as we head into Cops, we get a very good run on Ricciardo, and we were thinking of taking him on the outside of Maggots, and we have. And now we're behind Vettel as we go through Beckett and into Chapel.
Green flag. We're racing again.
I think we may have accidentally taken out Ricciardo there. I'm not sure. Anyway, as we go on the Hannah Straight, we deploy a Merc power against Vettel and we head into the podium positions provisionally. That's before we take the penalty. We're heading towards into Bottas's dirty air, going down the Vale and into the club chicane and right-hander, and yes, but we're going down wide. Going down wide. Told you, my English fails me. Anyway, we're out of club and now we've got...
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
I was in Transhaft. Anyway, we're going to cut because not a lot happened. Apparently we're not having a fancy animation, but yeah, we got another penalty for some unknown reason. Then it kept exceeding track limits. Then we exceeded track limits again. And again. And again. And that's just through and again through Marcus, Beckett's and Chapel. Oh dear. Anyway, we did eventually get into the back of Rosberg with a very unfancy cutscene there. As we head down towards the Welton Straight, DRS enabled into Brooklands. We're searching every line, so we're having to pass him somewhere else, because obviously you can't pass him on the line. My country is being terrible, and we went through the gravel and all just to top it off. Heading down Woodcut onto the old main straight, heading down towards Cops, and we get a huge run on Rosberg. We exceed track limits a lot there, but it's not punishing us, weirdly. It's already the game's broken. It's the pedal system from a while back though, so don't take too much into that as we take the lead through Beckett. Nice move as we power slide out onto the Hannah Straight. DRS enabled. Despite this, Rosberg comes back at us. But the DRS and the rich fuel mix keeping us safe there. Right, and as we now go down towards the Vale and have a nice cutscene. Again, no fancy animation. I forgot to do this, but I can't be bothered putting them in there. Anyway, we had a very huge mistake here at left field on the last lap, which allowed Rosberg to get back on the road, at least, as the drill goes again, back into the lead. As we head down towards Woodcote in the slipstream, with tyres very worn, after 5 laps, well to the Prairie area, as we go through Cops, desperately trying to find any way past him, including looking off the track. As we go through side by side into Maggers, and oh, we've had big contact, we've spun, I've got a third penalty, we're setting Rosberg around, oh dear, we're parked on the road, this is bad, we're being punted in the back by Bottas, and we think he's lost his front wing.
Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up.
We've got a 4th penalty now for colliding with Bottas as we deployed DRS to defend against Vettel. There was has DRS, but we have the Merc power, so we're all good as we head down towards Stowe. Vettel trying anywhere and everywhere to get back. Oh, actually, no, he's fallen back. We exceed track limits for the millionth time. Down the Vale and into the club chicane and right-hander. We will take first on the road, but sadly, it's not a home wing, but instead, we end up finishing in P5. Not brilliant, but what are you going to do? I don't think Liz would be that jubilant after that in real life. Do you think so? No, I don't. Anyway.
That's a fantastic result for the Red Bull team. They'll celebrate that win long into the night.
I'm sure they will, as we had 8 seconds worth of penalties, I believe. That's quite something. In a 5-lap race, surprisingly not disqualified. It is what it is. Anyway, we think we'll now have a look at the Drivers' Championship. We're 32 points behind. We've got a hell of a lot of work to do. And in the Constructors, I believe we're all good as Mercedes. I mustn't forget one thing. Merry Christmas, everyone! And a Happy New Year. But I'm sure I shall upload something before the New Year. If not, I shall see you in 2016.